Good morning. Let me get this one situated over here. All right, good to go, good to go, good to go. All right, we're live. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is JohnnyWan.com coming to you live from the booming metropolis of Tyler, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, I know a lot of you guys, we've made a lot of cool friends. A lot of new cool kids joined the Cool Kids Club here in Childlike Faith Park. This is the Fun Life community. You just happen to have landed on the Childlike Faith podcast for the Christian entrepreneur who wants to grow and scale their business to be able to achieve the financial freedom they're looking for without sacrificing their time, their family, their faith. And baby, we are not sacrificing the joy, baby. This is something the Lord has given us, and I cannot wait to share with you what I have today. If you guys did not watch Motivation Mindset Monday, you may have missed out on a couple of golden nuggets. So go back, watch it yesterday, and come back and tell me what you thought. Because today on Transformation Tuesday, I'm just going to share with you guys, we're carrying on with the chapter 7. Can y'all believe that? This is week 7 of unpacking the book, Born to Win by legendary speaker, trainer, and motivator, Mr. Zig Ziglar, and his proud son, Tom Ziglar, who I had the honor of spending the week last week in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And I'm telling you, this man he's out and about. He's doing his thing. Incredible. Carrying on the legacy, carrying on the torch of the Ziglar family. And it is incredible what is going on, guys. But today we're going to be talking about how you're not lost. You're not. It may feel like you're lost, but you're not. You just need a map. You just haven't taken time to draw the map. And truth be told, you're not behind. You're not even broken. I know sometimes it feels like you're just unplanned and uncoached. That's all I'm trying to say. But today, guys, don't worry, right? Don't worry. We fixed that today, right here on the Childlike Faith podcast. We're going to fix that. And I'm going to give you a plan, right? Mr. Ziglar said that it was cruel and unusual punishment to give you a hope without a plan. Today, we get that plan. Today, we get what you're going to be needing. And we're going to give you what you've been dying for. Really, the Transformation Tuesday, your calendar's been begging for, is going to happen today. So get your pen and paper down, because we're going to be dropping some writer-downers, and I want you to be able to step out in faith and confidence with the courage and the conviction to know that wherever you go, God put you there on purpose and for a purpose. So the mindset that we're going to be going over is this. Planning is an act of faith. You guys know on Fridays, we do the Faith Your Fears Friday. Right? Friday. And planning is an act of faith. And so that's what we're talking about. Because in the book, Born to Win, he says you were born to win, but to be the winner you were born to be, you first have to plan to win, prepare to win, and then expect to win. There's power in expectation. Good morning, Christine. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate you being on here, guys. I got Sloopy over here. Susie Miller joining us live. Appreciate you. Angie, I see you watching, girl. Keeping me on track. Love you, baby. So seriously, here's the thing. Planning is an act of faith, and planning isn't boring. It's bold, right? Come boldly before the throne of grace that you may obtain mercy and find grace. You've read that, huh? So check this out. It's declaring for yourself that I believe God has more for me, and I'm making room for it. You making room for what God has for you? I'm telling you, it starts with the plan. And so Zig reminds us that success is not a destination, baby. It's a journey. It is a journey. That's right, baby. Let's go, Christine. She's ready to go, baby. Ready to rock and roll. Listen, every great journey starts with a map. It does. It starts with a mission. You're going somewhere, and some serious movement. You're gonna have to put faith without works. You feel me, right? My life scripture, the one that I always go back to, is Jeremiah 29:11, right? For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. But not just any plans. Plans to prosper you, baby. Not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. And if you have hope in the future, John Maxwell said it perfectly. Tom Ziglar quoted him. He said that you have power in the present. You do. Power to persist. Power to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Good morning, Amy. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you being on here. Seriously. And so once you have that power, you know deep down inside of you that you're working towards something bigger than yourself. But here's the real deal. You ready? Do you know the plans you have for you? You got to know. The Lord says, I know the plans I have for you, but baby, you got to know the plans you have for yourself. And I was talking to my coach yesterday. Big shout out to Jonathan over there. And man, this guy is incredible with helping me with the mindset behind being able to stay on track. We got off track physically because of all that Milwaukee. Justin, you fed me a bunch of great food. But we're already back on track. We got sidetracked. We got derailed for a little bit. But guys, we're already back on track where we were. We're coming after you. I'm coming after you, 280. Y'all know when we started, we were at 336. We got down to 310, 302 right before the Ziglar Summit. We got down to 294, went back up a little bit. Thank you, Milwaukee. But we're coming back down. And 280, I'm coming for you. This was my check-in. I'm coming for you, 280. And so here's the thing. Here's the motivation, right? You're one plan. Guys, you guys are one plan away. You're one plan away from that thing that you want. One plan away from more confidence. One plan away from more peace. One plan away from waking up with purpose every single day to the point that when your feet hit the floor, all of hell takes notice. And that's what we're talking about. Because way too many cool kids are exhausted. They get burned out. Not because they're doing too much, but because they're doing too much without a plan. Guys, I don't want that for you. I don't want that for you guys. Today's motivation is just simply build a plan that fuels your faith and your focus. That's all I'm trying to say, guys. That's all I'm trying to say. And so when you start to do this, here's what's going to happen. The methodology behind this is you draw the map in 3 simple steps. This is what my coach tells me that I need to start charging for. The methodology, right? The motivation is the why. The mindset is the what, or the mindset is the why. The motivation is the what. The methodology is the how. And if you were to take those 3 Venn diagrams, those Venn circles where they intersect right there, right smack dab in the middle where those 3 circles intersect is what I call the fun zone. Other people call it purpose, a calling, your zone of genius. I call it the fun zone. It's the thing you do the absolute best at with the least amount of effort, guys. And that is what I'm trying to share with you guys today. And so once you do that, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Milwaukee was good, wasn't it? Hey, guys, listen, if y'all missed out on CCA Live 2025, no, buenos dias. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you being on here. All of a sudden, guys, when you go out and about, you can give yourself permission to get off track. I did. And I'm telling you, I ate some stuff that I didn't know Texas had, but I'm going to go see if Texas has some of that Milwaukee stuff. I don't know about those squeaky cheese curds, Amy. I might have to pass on those next time. All right. Here's where the money, here's where the rubber meets the road. Ready? This is where you find the money. Ready? Draw the map with 3 simple steps. Number 1, destination declaration. You got to declare it, guys. What does winning look like in the next 90 days? 90 days. I'm not asking you for 6 months. I'm not asking you for a year. 90 days. What does winning for you look like in the next 90 days? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. We'll talk about that next trip. All right. So what does that look like for you guys? Okay. Number 2, break down the route, right? Break that big goal down into 3 to 5 stepping stones, right? Little baby steps. That's all I'm talking about. That's all you will ever hear me talk about is baby steps. We're not talking about big steps. We're not talking about the long jump. We're not talking about all this crazy stuff. All I'm talking about is the next baby step. Sometimes you might have to kind of fumble and stumble into it, but it's a baby step. Break down those big goals into smaller goals. And then number 3, this is going to be the faith factor, right? Where do you need God to show up strong? Where do you need God to show up strong for you? Pray yourself into it. Plan around it. Proverbs 21:5 says the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance. That was our word yesterday in the Ziglar Choose to Win, abundance. Guys, again, I'm telling you, right? I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. That sounds like abundance to me, right? And then you go back to John 10:10 where it says that the enemy has come to steal, kill, and destroy, right? The enemy wants to steal your joy. He wants to kill your dream, and he wants to destroy your relationship with your creator, with the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings. And if he can do that, he's got you. But immediately following that part of the verse, Jesus, this is where the red letter comes in, and this is where hope is born, right? Jesus said, I have come that you that you may have life, and life, not just any ordinary life, life more abundantly. So what is that abundant life? That's what I want you to do, guys. That's why if you do these 3 steps, right? Destination, declaration, rate, the root breakdown, and then the faith factor, all of a sudden, Proverbs 21:5 says, the plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance. And that's all I'm going to say about that, guys. Because if you will do this, if you will give, right, of your time, your talent, your treasures, your resources, you're going to be able to perpetually live, right? Through the law of reciprocity, give, and it's going to be given to you, pressed down, shaken together, running over, baby. And that's where I want you to perpetually live, in the overflow of God's goodness, of God's grace, of God's mercy, of God's love, of God's kindness, of God's peace, of God's love, right? God is love, and perfect love casts out all fear. Ta-da! Guys, I'm telling you, here's the 3 lenses we put everything through, right? The theological lens, the physiological lens, and the psychological lens. The theological lens says this: God gave you a mind and a mission. Use them both. You don't honor God by winging it. You honor God by working with him, side by side, babies. Mano a mano. Next, right step. Step in step with him. I lost that train of thought. Physiological. Here's where I think a lot of people miss it, because what's going on internally will eventually manifest itself externally. When you plan ahead, your brain relaxes. When you plan ahead, your brain isn't stressing out over what's going on, what's going to happen, anxiety, all this. No, it relaxes, guys. And so it trades cortisol, stress, for dopamine, progress. And that is science, baby. That is biology. The psychological part, right, the mind work behind this is that plans remove the guesswork, right? And we talked about it yesterday. When your vision is clear, your decisions are easy. So that when you remove the guesswork, it creates momentum. They say that I believe in my calling enough to act on it, right? You share me about your faith. How does that go? You talk to me about your faith, I'll show you my faith by my works. One of those 2 things. But guys, what are you doing? Do you really believe what you're doing? I mean, do you believe deep down inside that God put you on this earth for a reason? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely goals, guys. Absolutely. Crystal says, I need help figuring out all the baby steps. This week has started off and so inspiring. I'm declaring and I'm committing to pray. Yeah, absolutely, Crystal. I got you, baby. Let's go. I'm telling you, there's so many things out there, guys. I just can't wait for you guys to get up and do your thing, because somebody somewhere is waiting for you. Yes, you and you and you and you to become the best possible version of yourself that's going to allow others to do the exact same thing, guys. Check this out. Pedro's fun fact. We're about to wrap this thing up. We're probably going to go over just a little bit. But he says that the largest taco ever done was over 246 feet long. Do you think that plan is too big? You think your plan is too big? Imagine the person that said, I'm going to create the world's largest taco at 246 feet long. I'm telling you, big dreams require big planning, and maybe even a little bit of salsa, baby. You got to get a little saucy with it sometimes. And so here's the thing, guys. If you're ready, it's your turn. Now is your time to give your God-given dreams get your God-given dreams into that God-aligned strategy. Go ahead, right down below, johnnyjuan.com or funlifecoaching.com. Go down there and get your one-on-one strategy session. I'll put it down in the comment links. It's already down there. You should go to funlifecoaching.com or hit me up, johnnyjuan.com. You see the number down at the bottom of the screen, 903-570-0052. I added extra minutes this week on my phone so that if you go... No, I'm just kidding. Listen, guys, while you're on their schedule, if you see any one of those digital courses that catches your eye, they're only $10. Get your digital course. We've gotten so much feedback on these digital courses that it's crazy. Even if you go ahead and do the All Access Cool Kids Pass for $199 a month, guys, go in there and get it. Or just book your time slot. Book your time slot, because if you're going to transform, right, we're not going to conform, right? What does that say? Yeah, we're going for transformation, baby. We're going for transformation. You don't have to do it alone, right? You don't have to recreate the wheel. There's other people that have been out there. Guys, I've got my business coach. I got my speakers coach. I got my social media coach. I got my physical coach. I got my coach. Is that one too many coaches? Maybe. But you're seeing the effect of having a coach in your life, of having somebody speak life into you, right? And then we still got the church. We still got our pastor. That's like a bonus type of deal. So let's plan your path so God can order your steps, guys. That's all I'm trying to say. Let's do that, guys. Hey, we're changing the world one soul at a time, guys. So now it's your turn. Hey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with the information you just received? Let's get out there and do it, baby. Hey, listen, come out tomorrow and hang with me on Win This Day Wednesday, guys. Hey, this has been your playground guy, Johnny Juan Ortiz, here in the Fun Life community. This is the Childlike Faith podcast for that Christian entrepreneur who wants to grow and scale their business to be able to achieve the financial freedom they're looking for without sacrificing their time, their family, their faith, and especially not their joy. So if you know a Christian entrepreneur who wants to grow and scale their business, hey, DM me. Shoot me their information. I would love to help them grow and scale their business so they're no longer a slave to their business and they're able to be working on their business and not in their business, guys. Again, appreciate you. Love you. Thank you for being on here. Adios.